Listen, there is life after divorce. And I know because I did not expect to wake up at 45 years old with a 25-year-old marriage ending and young kids and moving into a 900 square foot apartment and trying to figure out what life was going to look like financially. Everything about it was completely upside down. And I cried and was devastated. And I think most of us grieve for what we thought we were going to have, not for what we actually had. I was grieving that we were so close to our empty nest phase and we were going to travel and do all these things together. But when I look back on it, it was not a good situation. And now I know that I was grieving the future, not what I had. Now I own 2 houses. I'm dating. I've got a great circle of friends. I live in a small town. I've got businesses, freedom, choices. Yes, I had to do a lot of work to get there, but I'm telling you, there is life after divorce, and it's good.
There is life after divorce for these women. And you know what? That life sucks. But it's always these women who are fresh out of divorce that are acting like they just came from a pep rally and, are whipping out their pom-poms and cheering for everyone else to get divorced, right? But it's not until a few months later, sometimes a few years later, that the reality sets in that, hey, without a husband, life is lonely. Life kind of sucks, right? Once these chicks realize that the answer is not on these dating apps, because I can tell she's freshly divorced because women who have been divorced long enough, I've seen their videos talking about how their dating life is, and they're all miserable. We've covered many of them here on the 33 Secrets channel, which this woman should probably watch and realize that she made a horrendous mistake by divorcing her husband, who she was married to for 25 years, man. 25 years of marriage, and she got divorced. What were you thinking, lady? What are you smoking? Why did you divorce this guy? Are you nuts? She's gonna have to learn, man. She's gonna learn the hard way, and she's gonna see for herself once she gets on these apps thinking like she could just pick up as if she was still like 25 years old when she met her husband. No, the game has changed, and we'll revisit her in a few years and see how these dating app dates have gone since then, when she realizes that she is now just a sperm bucket for these dudes on these apps who are sleeping with multiple women, not just you, that you're trying to lock him down and he won't commit. And you'll see the frustration and the lack of value and the lack of attention he gives you, the lack of consideration, all the things that your husband was giving you. It's just baffling to me, guys. These women will divorce their husband after decades, leave their family, leave their children, move in to, leave a big house and move into some like 1-bedroom apartment, right? 900 square foot 1-bedroom apartment by herself. For what? So she could bring home random men from the dating apps, from Hinge, from Tinder at 51? That's gross, man. I would be so pissed and disgusted if my mom ever did that. I'm sorry for the kids. I feel sorry for the kids. But yeah, I would be really upset if my mom ever did that to my dad. I mean, I would just be really, really upset and probably borderline angry. But for a lot of these women these days, I mean, that's just par for the course, man. It's like they start watching, you guys have to start watching your wives, man. They start watching the wrong TV shows, the wrong talk shows like The View, the wrong news stations like MSNBC or any of those wokey channels, even Fox, right? These days is getting woke. I don't watch any of those, by the way, including Fox. No. I watch independent news media. So if anything, you should get your wives on some independent news media, like some Timcast or something like that, or some, just something independent where it's just not part of this mainstream malarkey. Yeah. But regardless, it's pretty crazy how she just left her family high and dry after 25 years. That's just pure selfishness. That is just pure selfishness on her part, because she probably filed a divorce. As in many of these cases, these women, they filed the divorce in over 75% of the time they're filing the divorce. So I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one who filed for a divorce against her husband and and just left him. It's really just sad, man. after 25 years. Now you're just going to get on dating apps. You're going to go on 1,000 first dates each year. I mean, if she even gets that, she's 51. She's not going to get that many. But even the dates she does go on are really not going to lead anywhere, but just random dudes yakking up inside of her. You know, and they probably will, because now she's postmenopausal, so she can't get pregnant. So they'll probably do it. Yeah, so now she's just going to be a sperm bucket instead of a wife and mother. Very sad. Very sad to see.
People act like being divorced is the absolute worst thing a woman can be. I would like to challenge that. What about being deeply, deeply unhappy and stay married? That sounds a lot worse to me. No one gets a prize for staying in an unhappy relationship. No one. Not even you.
So one thing I've noticed about women who claim that they were unhappy in their marriages, or not even just marriage, but even in their relationships, right? I was unhappy. I was unhappy with him. What I found is these women are really, the problem is themselves. They're unhappy with themselves. They don't like themselves. I mean, deep down, they kind of hate themselves, right? But instead of taking any accountability for that, they project it onto their partner or whoever they are with, you know, or spending time with the most, which is usually their boyfriend or their husband, right? They project it onto him because once these chicks get out of that relationship, it's not like they magically become happy. No, they're still the same toxic, miserable person they were in that relationship, right? As you can see from many of these chicks we cover here on 33. And this chick is no different. She does not look happier. She does not look, you know, like she just escaped some, you know, Guantanamo Bay prison or anything like that. I mean, she looks pretty unhappy, and she looks just not, I mean, I hate to judge, but she does not look like somebody I would want to hang out with or anybody in their right mind. She just kind of looks like a nag to me, and somebody's just going to constantly like bust your balls and, you know, and just constantly start pick fights with you. I mean, yeah, I don't see any of these women like leaving their supposed like unhappy relationship then suddenly being happy. It's like, no, the problem is you. It's because you can't be happy, because you're a miserable person, because you're angry at yourself, right? Because if you are happy internally, I mean, it doesn't matter really who you're with. You're just going to be happy, right? I mean, nobody can really bring you down. But because she was unhappy, you know, she left. I mean, maybe she married another unhappy person, right? Because misery loves company. But maybe she is just like a toxic witch, and and you know, this guy just dodged a bullet, right? But regardless, on to the next one.
I'm just getting on here for all the girlies who are in their 30s. I'm 33, turning 34 next month, and I'm just done dating. Like, excuse my language, but I'm done. Like, for a while there, I was on a kick for the younger guys because that was all that was hollering at me, because I must say, I think I look pretty good for being 33. So I was like, okay, I'm done with the young ones. Like, they're too immature. Like, I'm looking for something more serious in life. They're not doing it for me. Cool, whatever. I reunite with an ex that I was with when I was 22, and this was like always the one who got away from me. Mind you, he is 3 years older than me, gonna be 37 in January. This man is emotionally unavailable. So they're too immature in their 20s, and then they're possibly still emotionally unavailable in their 30s. I understand why my mom is 60 years old and still single and just said forget it, because that's what it's about to be.
All right, this chick is the epitome of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, because she just said herself that her own mom, who is 60 years old, is still single, man. Her own mother is still single at 60, boy. What does that tell you, right? That is a red flag right there. Like, her mom is still single. So when you're out there meeting chicks, guys, and she tells you like she's had a bad relationship with her father, or that her mom is still single at 60, you can pretty much rest assured that she's going to be single at 62. Okay? Because, again, the apple does not fall far from the tree. I remember my ex from 2006. Yeah, I'm bringing her up. Who was just naturally very beautiful, right? Naturally beautiful face, just very naturally beautiful. Didn't need anything fake, just natural, right? I love that about her. I remember we were in the mall once, and we saw a woman coming towards us with fake eyelashes, fake heels, big heels, fake boobs, and fake hair, probably in her, I want to say mid-40s at the time, because this was 2006, right? Mid-40s, this woman, probably like 48, I want to say, walking towards us, like high-ass heels, almost looking like a streetwalker. And immediately she was like, and I'm like, you okay? And then she was like, yeah, we should go this way. And then all of a sudden she was like, oh, too late. And she just looked horrified to tell me this. But the woman comes up to her, and apparently I was like, oh, they know each other. And then she's like, oh, yeah, Matt, let me introduce you to my mom. I was like, this is your mom? And she was like, yeah, like really embarrassed. And I was like, nice to meet you. And her mom was, it's like, okay, nice to meet you too, Matt. And I was just, I felt uncomfortable for some reason, right? Just because her mom was like, she reminded me of, at that time, that movie, like, Mean Girls was kind of just out, like, a few years earlier. So all I remember, I didn't watch that movie, I just remember, like, there was a woman who portrayed the cool mom, like, ooh, I'm the cool mom, I'm the cool mom, anybody could have, you know, she'd wear her daughter's clothes and, you know, shop at Forever 21 and kind of all that stuff. So her mother reminded me of that because of just all, like, I mean, this is before fake eyelashes and heels and all that even became a thing. She had all that. And I just remember my girlfriend at the time being really embarrassed. And then after her mom left, she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. And I'm like, why are you embarrassed? I knew, I just want to hear her say it. And then she was all, you know, the fake boobs, and she was like the fake hair and the eyelashes. She was like, I'm never gonna be like that. Don't worry, I'm never gonna look like that. And I was like, hey, don't you dare, because you're naturally beautiful. You don't need to do that. And her mom was too at one time, right? But she was like, don't worry, I'm never gonna do that stuff. And then lo and behold, when this chick tried to reach out to me a few years back, and I didn't know who it was, I didn't recognize her anymore. I was like, who's trying to friend request me? And I looked at it, and I was like, what? You know, I couldn't believe it. And it was her. Fake eyelashes, fake lips, Botox, even the fake butt implant. I could not believe it. Could not believe it. And then I saw who she was following. I wasn't even surprised. I was shocked about that, actually. She's following Kim Kardashian. I'm like, oh my gosh. You know, but regardless, you know, she turned into her mom. She did exactly what her mom did, even though she swore up and down, I'm never going to look like that. It's so embarrassing. Oh, you know, I'm so embarrassed. She did that. Why? Because the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So if this chick's mom is still single at 60, guess what? She will be single at 60. It doesn't change, man. Some things don't change, right? But as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below, and I will see you there. So, I'm going to wrap up here. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Do it for the DeLorean. Smash that like button below for the DeLorean. Also, hit that notification bell right next to it so you're notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. More importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you subscribe, so please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Okay? Helps me out with the YouTube algorithm because they're definitely not helping me anymore. I need your help. So subscribe to my channel. Share my videos with your buddies. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill gold pill and platinum pill content even further, stainless steel pill content. The best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all over the world are out there approaching and closing every single day, every single week, no matter what type of racial divisions going on in the world, no matter what type of virus is going on in the world, we are out there making things happen 24/7, just living our lives and having fun and taking no prisoners. And I want you to be a part of that. Okay? Life is short. I want you to be part of it. I want you to learn how to do it. And right now, the first month is only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons in 7 Months to Mastery, which is a very, very, very valuable program. I highly recommend you join. It's only $1 for the entire first month of content, so take advantage of it. And it only takes 2 seconds to sign up. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. Just takes 2 seconds, so do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.